What is up, everyone? Thanks for watching my vids and sharing and also liking my races. Today I'm going to be covering quicker and easier methods and techniques to build big ramps, in-air platforms, and how to place trigger points up on high platforms, checkpoints, starting grids, things of that nature. So first technique I'm going to show you is you can select any prop. I'm going to select this gray cabin here, and is what I'm going to do is push in on the left analog stick. When I do this, it elevates it up in the air. I can move it around anywhere I want. And then if I press in on the right analog stick, it brings it back down. So I'm going to press in on the left analog stick, and if I hit X, it places it in the air. And then I can select a different prop, move it around, elevate it by pressing in on the left analog stick, or drop it by pressing in on the right analog stick. Once again, get this wherever I want it and place it. I'm going to show you guys how to build some ramps now using this technique. Go ahead and select a large ramp, and I'm back down on the ground, so I'm going to go ahead and hit X and place it on the ground. Now is what I'm going to do is just tap in on the left analog stick. You'll see the cursor move up. And then is what I'm going to do is push up on the left analog stick, and you can see a ramp has come out of there and appeared. And what I'm going to do is line up the bottom black strips, or a little bit shorter of that, and go ahead and press X, and you can see that places it down. Now I'm going to hit up on the left analog stick again and line it up, and go ahead and place another one. And I can continue this process, and you can see how quick and easy it is. And once you get the right spacing and distance here between, you'll have some nice smooth ramps. Now if you would place one, say out here, and you make a mistake, all you have to do, delete it out. I can drop it down by pushing in on the right analog stick, and then just bring it back to its normal position. Now it's back at the right height. Now all I got to do is hit up on the left analog stick, get it lined up, and there I am. Once again, I can move these around, you know, and just drop it back down, move it back. I'm back at my right height, get it lined up, and then I can hit X. And you can see how smooth these ramps can be. If you take a little bit more time, you can actually get them absolutely perfect. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and delete that out. And I'm going to show you how to do it with the green containers and medium angle. So I'm going to go ahead and select the medium ramp. I'm going to do the same thing, place it down. Just tap in on the left analog stick. That moved the cursor up a little bit. And then it puts the medium ramp at the right height. So I'm going to go ahead and put about 5 of these down or so. Just using this technique, lining them up here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, come back to the ground. I'm going to select the cement bags, place one of those on the ground, put it at the very bottom right corner of my ramp, and then all I'm doing is hitting right on the D-pad and X at the same time, and I'm going to place the green containers. Go ahead and get one lined up here. Place another cement bag on the ground, take it up on my ramp, get it lined up where I want it to be, right next on the D-pad. I'm going to do one more here. Okay, and then I'm going to go back and select a medium ramp again, and then I'm going to go ahead and get it about lined up where it should be, where the angle is about the same. I'm going to go ahead and place one down and just a little bit off to the side. This is a reference point for me. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put 2 right beside this one, like that. And then I'm going to go back to my cement bag, place it on the ground, pick it back up, go back to my original right corner, and then right and X on the D-pad. Place another cement bag down. And you can see I got a nice smooth angle up onto a double wide green container medium ramp, and I could continue that out as long as I want. It just makes a lot quicker and easier to build these. I'll go ahead and delete all this out. I built a couple of these over on the other side. Show you how to do a quick in-air checkpoint. What I'm going to do is go over here. I've constructed one of these. Go ahead and select the gray cabin. Now I'm going to lift it up in the air about where I think a checkpoint should be coming off of a ramp, and I'll place one in the air. Now this is a little bit tricky and tough to get used to, so I'm just tapping in on the right analog stick. You got to have them about 1/4 of an inch above each other, because when they place they actually drop down. So takes a little time to get used to this one. I still haven't completely got it down yet, but I'm sure I'll get lots of practice over the next couple months with this one. Go ahead and so I got a pretty decent platform right there. Takes a little more time to get these perfect, but is what I'm going to do is it's good enough to get a in-air checkpoint. So you just need 3 of these, and then the checkpoints have to be placed on the ground first before they can be stacked up here on the containers. Now I'll go ahead and delete that out. Okay, what I'm going to do next is show you how to get in-air trigger point. So go ahead back to my trigger, and you can see my trigger point is down here on the ground that I've already placed. Here is my starting grid. I'm going to show you how to get it high up on a platform, and I have one that I'd already built using that same technique that I just showed you with the checkpoint. Now I'm going to keep my eye on that. When that disappears, I know I've done this correctly. But the way this technique works, I'm going to hover over top of the platform, and you can see how this turns purple. All I'm doing is pulling back on the left analog stick, and I'm going to hit X right when I think it's going to turn purple. When the one on the road disappears, I know I've done this correctly. So you can see it's still on the road, so actually I haven't done it correctly. So I'm going to place it back over there so I can keep my eye on it. This one takes a little more time. It's a little tougher of a process to do, but if done right, you actually get your trigger point up here. And you can see it's not down here on the road, and it's not over here anymore. You can't see it, but it actually really is up here on this platform. Now is what I'm going to do, and how you know this works is when I take my starting grid, I can now place it up here. You'll see it turn to yellow when I get it placed just right. So there I have placed a starting grid and a trigger point up on this platform. Now is what I can do is I could build a bigger platform and go ahead and place all these different ramps. All these techniques can be built up on these platforms. Also, I can go ahead and delete this platform out, and the cars will fall at the start of the race, and then I can go ahead through my checkpoints. I'll show you what some of this looks like here. We'll go ahead and run a test. You can see my cars falling here at the start, and then hit the ground pretty hard. And this was my original first checkpoint. Here's one of the ramps I built. It was a split ramp. I'll go ahead and respawn there real quick and show you the other one with the medium angle and the in-air checkpoint. Alright. So you can kind of see some of the possibilities and techniques and how that works, how quickly it can be done, but you know, if you want to get everything perfect, you can take a little more time on it. What I'm going to do now is show you how these can be built out of a hillside, like up on Raton Canyon. Okay, I built 2 of these into the hillside, and I'll show you how I did that. We'll go to props real quick. Go ahead and hit push in on the left analog stick. I'm going to select a float pile. Actually, I'm going to select the green container. You can see, kind of want it in the hillside here. I just switch over to the float pile. Now I'm going to hit left and X. Left on the D-pad and X. And that actually places them in the hillside. So I've already built this one right here. I can take my ramp and all I got to do is place it on the ground and then pick it up, and it can be stacked on these green containers. Now once I place this one down, I'll just bump, push down real quick on the left analog stick, and you can see the cursor come up. Let me get this spun back around, and I'll just go ahead and drop it down and then pull it back, and you can see it's at the right height. I can go ahead and place that down, push up on the left analog stick, and I can continue to build these, or build a ramp like this. So you can see you got the same ramp principle. You can do all the techniques I've just demonstrated, like how to build out of the hillside. You could build a long platform with some ramps, build that up just a little bit more so that the ramp comes right off of the hillside. Just showing you guys some possibilities. And also, I'll show you here, let's go down right above here, some water. Don't have to use the old where you place the green water ramp and build some small ramps off. You can actually just hover over the water and place some of these. So I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and select the gray cabin right there, and all I did was press in on the left analog stick and it hovers it up. And if I want to go down right above the water, place it, there it is, push in on the right analog stick, and going across water, these actually line up pretty nice if you guys want to do some bridges. So I'm just gonna push in on the right analog stick and continue to do that. You can do this with green containers if you want to put it in there, but you have to go left and X on the D-pad to get these to kind of line up, because of the doors. They don't line up right from the beginning. So you can see how I kind of, if you took a little bit more time, you could make a nice smooth bridge. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, thanks for all the support, playing my races, liking and sharing. I'll see you guys soon. I got a bunch of new race ideas I'll be working on, and hopefully I'll get some newer and faster techniques, and I'll share all that with you guys. Thanks again. You guys rock. See you soon.